Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the first round of the playoffs in Infinity Tournaments. Our group stage has just ended, and we got the first game here. Number 8 seeded Foxboy Maid Cafe going up against number 9 seeded Yeah We Larp. My name is Golden Boot. I'm a strategist for the CCP. I'm also joined by Giraffe, who is not here yet, but he will be in a little bit. So I'm just gonna go through a rundown of both of these teams. Foxboy Bay Cafe starting out with, and the number 8 seed. He currently, I gotta check the record. They went at 3-2 in their bracket. I think only losing to Cinder and Team Croc. Ick, being able to beat everyone else on that roster. So of course led by ISUVT. On the lineup we have for the roster, we do have Isra and Swagnolati in the Vanguard. Swagnolati, known as an incredible Venom player, and also flux over two other roles if necessary, such as the Luna Snow and the Moon Knight for strategists and duelists respectively. You have Isra helping him out on the Vanguard side. And in the back line, you have Side Beef and Izu being the captain of this team. Pretty reliable backline to help keep this team alive. And we're gonna now look at Yeah We Larp, the number 9 seed. They went 2-3 in Group C, but honestly, that record doesn't tell the full story of this team. This team did put up some pretty good fights across most of their teams. Keep in mind, they almost took out CCP, but ended up getting reverse swept by them. But Yeah We Larp does have has a lot of new faces on their roster. They brought in a new Vanguard line, I think about a week and a half ago with Yay RDZ. I'm just gonna call Yayo, as that's what I know him as, and FedX. Both of them did show some pretty good promises in their first game. I can't remember who they played against, and also their captain Sean will not be in for this game, and I think for their next game as well. So Wilford will be taking his spot on Yeah We Larp until he returns, and Honey Boba will be this team's interim captain. Just to go over Yeah We Larp. Yeah, at FedEx, I think I casted them their first game. Can't fully remember what they played or how good they were, but they definitely were reliable as they did win their first game. Croc, as we all know, is an incredible duelist player. Just likes to take these aggressive angles on Moon Knight, on Namor, or gonna probably see some of that again. And you have Duckus for Life and Honey Bubba in the back line. Pretty reliable back line. It usually never gonna hold your team back. They can keep themselves alive pretty well with their hero pools. And Honey Boba is relatively flexible herself. And we're also now in a new balance patch.
Oh yeah,
So
that's
we
right.
have a
Also
brand new hero. We have a brand new hero in the
Look at
duelist
Cyclops.
Cyclops.
Cyclops. Oh gosh.
Wait, Giraffe,
Yeah.
you back?
Yeah. No, I'm back. Honestly, good breakdown of what's going on here. I think these are two very underrated teams. Not a lot is talked about them, other than the fact that Proc went insane against the CCP in this matchup. Having two of the best players forced onto top of them, but also Swagnolati on Foxboy Maid Cafe as well as Isra. Those those two specific people right there. Swagnolati switching between Spider-Man and Venom. Love seeing some Spider-Man gameplay, but also like seeing some gameplay. But also believe Isra, which is one of the best doors inside of the game. So honestly, what is it? I think in terms of the new balance patch, obviously people that have hit scan talents, people that have really good aim are gonna love Cyclops. I think that's just a default. So if you're good with aim, you're good with Cyclops. That should be the default.
Yeah, definitely. Cyclops already looked to be a pretty strong hero in the metagame. Has also a new team up now with Wolverine. Wolverine is not a character we have seen a lot throughout the group stage,
Sure.
but could potentially see that here now as he does have a new team up with Cyclops. He's no longer anchored by Phoenix. Next, getting that upgrade to his leap. Now he's anchored by Cyclops, to where basically he can get a primary fire upgrade, increases the range, gets a 1 meter range increase on his claws, and his dash or his right click gets upgraded basically into him just spinning around, and he can move in any direction. He basically turns Wolverine into a helicopter. Just the best way to
Yeah.
describe it.
The thing
But
is,
we do have a lot of balance patches in this game. So almost a lot of the top duelists in the group stage have been nerfed. Phoenix, Moon
yeah,
Knight, Moon Knight, Black Cat, Devil Dinosaur, Gambit. But a lot of these top heroes from from the group stage have been nerfed. Some of them pretty harder, worse than others. So it's gonna be interesting to see how these teams are gonna adapt in this new meta. As Dive has kind of fallen out of favor, and more to looking to more potentially a poke brawl type meta.
I think what is it? Especially with the nerfing of Black Cat and Daredevil, like we're talking big nerfs. Black Cat, her whole entire kit got basically reworked to where it's more expensive, and her mobility is strictly like taken down a lot. Basically, made her like the bank um, put interest on a loan that she's taking money from. That's what it feels like. But also with the factor of Daredevil, he can't see or hear as far as he used to. Um, but at the same time, his like objection dash or like one of his main abilities to kind of close the distance really easily went from 20 to 12. That 8 meter difference is really big, and I think it's a Marvel's way of yes balancing them, but also making them more street tier the way they're supposed to be instead of making them Thanos characters. Like obviously, there's different ones that I don't really think change the character. Like for instance, Devil Dino. Devil Dino had the change of one, his percentage is a little bit less. Of course, he could do a lot less damage. His shield got decreased, and he can't ground people no more. Those are the main things that happened to him. But I still think he's a good character. It's just that they took about a bunch of extra things away, and they tune him down a little bit. Um, but speaking about Wolverine, you've seen the clips already, right? Golden Boot.
I personally can't see it. I personally cannot say I have fully. I haven't been able to play much of Cyclops Ips, and I haven't really played because I play a little bit of Wolverine when I play Duelist
Hmm.
sometimes.
Yeah,
Haven't been able to play with the team up yet, but it definitely, for what I've seen and heard, it definitely does look relatively strong. But it is gonna be interesting to see if teams are gonna try and opt to play Wolverine because not a lot of teams. I've barely seen Wolverine in this tournament. Like that's so. Do
I think
teams just have Wolverine players, or did Wolverine
here's the
just
thing.
kind of fall out of the meta due to a more dive type meta game, and
I
especially the fact of how strong Devil Dinosaur was?
see with Devil Dino being in the game, because he can't be displaced, of course, just like Thing. It's really hard to play Wolverines into it. But the major thing that the Beyblade spin or the helicopter spin does for Wolverine, one, it gives him a capability of, you know, actually reach flyers way easier. Before you would have to time it, you had to time your leap and everything, get that through. It doesn't really make sense to go out to flyers. Well, actually now with the way he has it, because he can literally fly with his ability, it is way easier to get people in the air. You can contest Angelas even better. And if let's say if somebody's trying to escape, let's say at Namor bubbles, like oh man, he's gonna float away, I can't really get him or something like that. Even though he is very predictable, you can literally team up to him. And though it's not a percentage damage rate, it still is a movement ability, and that makes Wolverine even scarier to go against.
Yeah, definitely. Another thing as well, with Cyclops is that some people have been having some questions about how strong his ultimate Ruby Rage is going to be. Just shoots out a beam, puts some ship damage, and then just explodes on impact. Personally, haven't seen it do too much in the little bit I've been able to see him play with Swift Cyclops. It's going to be an ultimate that you have to combo with something to get the most value out of it. Kind of
Yes.
like for example, Groot strangling Prison, Eye of Agamotto from Doctor Strange.
Mhm.
Unless it's in a very narrow hallway, you're not gonna usually get kills out of it, as the as the as the radius is not that big on it, and it's going
That's sorry.
to be interesting to see what we do here. Also, a new rule as we go into this first map: the higher seed picks the first map
Mhm.
in
No
all these
longer
games. So
random.
Foxboy Maid Cafe, as the number 8 seed, will be picking the first map compared to Yeah We Larp, who was number 9. But after this, it will be loser picks map.
Yeah.
And not to mention, if a team loses, they will be going into the losers bracket. So it's not if you lose, you're done. You have one more chance until the final until we have 4 teams left remaining, which will be single elimination, best of 7 games for the semifinals and the grand finals.
No, I like alongside with this, right? Being the double elimination, how it is, I think a lot of teams might change the way they think, in what comps they do and what bans. Because here's the thing, right? Hey, look, there's the thing, but the main thing is, I think Gambit is just going to be consistent ban because people don't know that Gambit still has opportunities to have, and we're gonna see the first Cyclops save of.
We're gonna
this season.
let's go Cyclops.
I think that just makes sense. We're probably gonna see Croc, or Wilford play it. I just think. Cloak and Dagger, man. What?
It's for Honey Boba. Honey Boba's like most well-known character is the Cloak and Dagger. We are gonna see Cyclops
Good.
saved from both sides, so we're gonna see Cyclops. Another character I would like to see be played a bit more as well now is probably Rogue. Rogue, from what I've heard, got some pretty strong buffs. Sure, the explosive entanglement team up did get nerfed relatively bad, a lot less healing and extra damage from it, but she's able to do more without the need of that team up. So it can be interesting to see how these teams decide to try and use Rogue. Probably won't see it too much, but we'll see. Luna Snow is going to be the next ban for Yeah We Larp. Side beef, currently eyeing it, not going to be able to play it. As we are going to be going into the... Is this going to be another strategist for Foxboy Maid Cafe?
I think it might be, but also, wait a minute, Phoenix and Venom, that just makes sense. I think having Swagnolati on Venom is kind of an impressive thing for the backline, especially with, you know, a Honey Boba playing Cloak and Dagger, her main healer out the way. It's kind of... we might see a Spider-Man v Spider-Man, you know, Honey Boba versus Swagnolati Spider-Man. That would be pretty funny.
I want to play Spider-Man.
I want to play Spider-Man. But no, we're going to save Phoenix on the side of Foxboy Maid Cafe. I mean, we're going to see... What is it?
A married couple.
Trutton or Swagnolati? I don't know. Because Swag does play Black Widow, so he does have the aim for it.
Yeah, and also just for those wondering who Trudeau is, he is not a replacement for Foxboy Maid Cafe. He is a sub. He is a sub for Riolu. So Riolu is not in this game. They have Trudeau filling in for Foxboy. Devil Dinosaur going to be the last ban for Yeah We Larp. So even after the nerfs, they still do not want to play into that Vanguard. They're going to save Luna Snow. So it's just probably for Duckies for Life, who is really well known for playing that Luna Snow. And Foxboy Maid Cafe is going to be going into their last ban. Who are we going to see here? Probably could go a couple different ways here. Probably another strategist to slow down this backline, or could it be a duelist? Nope, Doctor Strange.
Oh, they do not want to get that portal in.
I didn't know you were I didn't know you were playing on Yeah We Larp.
Whoa! Yeah, I'm that crazy. No, I think the Strange ban makes sense on Domination, especially with the one-sided Strange, so that way they do not have a portal to come back from.
Okay.
Yeah. If you just like pause your thing for like a second, and then you'll be like at the same pace.
All right, I just did that. Sorry. Yep. Just a few technical things we're just trying to fix.
Yeah. So on to this first point. I mean, I think we're gonna see some crazy matches. I mean, we're seeing Croc and Trutton play the Cyclops, the new character. We also got Swagnolati on the Phoenix. It's the first time I've seen Swagnolati and Phoenix. Oh, wait a minute. I think you see what's about to happen.
Yeah. Oh, I can definitely see potentially some portal shenanigans from Isra. Also, another thing I would like to talk about with the backline really quickly is Rocket Raccoon probably going to be one of the best strategists in the playoffs this year, as he got some pretty good buffs in the beginning of Season 8, didn't get any nerfs, and now with the Ultron nerfs that went through, the Amplifier is the fastest charging strategist ultimate in the game.
With damage
terms of all costs,
yeah,
it is ridiculous.
Damage boost, like it's so much, and honestly, I can see people banning Cyclops a lot.
Portal kidnap going up from Israel. Is he going to get a pick? Answer is no. They're going to be able to see it. They're going to just walk through immediately. Haresh off the penny part. They're back onto Vanguard Deadpool here. So we're going to be seeing him try and go on this light side. We want to see some Cyclops gameplay here. from Croc and Trudeau. Trudeau currently taking this Trudeau currently trying to look on this high ground right here, trying to poke him out, see what he can do. Gonna get forced down, and he's gonna take it out immediately. Trying to hold there by Honey Boba to knock that Cyclops off, and FedEx is gonna finish off the pick and ship him right back to spawn. And as they are still gonna be fighting this, but Swaggalati falls to Croc. If Aizu falls, it's going to be Yeah We Larp taking the first point here from the looks of it.
Yeah, Croc doing a good job right here, taking the off angles he needs to. I mean, because Cyclops is a very mobile hero, like, actually some people are saying he's arguably the same ability as Spider-Man. I personally don't agree, because I think people are over-exaggerating Cyclops because, you know, recency bias. But I think he overall, like, is really decent move.
Yeah, we are going to see him start to walk back up here. No ultimates online for either side. Both sides not really close. Actually, Wilford's relatively close with this Hana Khonshu right now. So he's able to put out a lot of damage with this Moon Knight. He's going to let it rip. Is he going to get a pick? Yes, he does. He gets the other Moon Knight. So Nalati is going to get revived by Side B, so it's still a 6v6. They need to stabilize a bit. They're taking a lot of damage as Yeah We Larp is walking up pretty aggressive here just to try and hold them back, and they are going to get another pick. Israel falls. FedEx is shipping them right back to spawn. No free shipping for that one, as they are going to walk up with this amplifier. Haresh is going to get taken out by Wilford, putting up really good numbers on this Moon Knight, but Swag's going to fall to Yayo, and Foxboy Maid Cafe cannot find a way onto this point.
Let's just mention the fact that Wilford is a consistent factor throughout their games. Same with Croc, but like Wilford alone, like every single game he's been in sub for, has just been a monster on the Moon Knight and any other character really. So I think this is really good to win.
Yep, yeah, definitely a strong. Here comes the Ruby Rage and the Strangling Prison combo. Oh my goodness! The Strangling Prison going to be used Invisible Boundary. So Black's going to get taken off first again. Is going to get revived by Side B. Here comes an Eternal Bond from Aizus to try and get the team on the point. But Yayo's coming in with the Meteor Red. Can he get the pick? Yes, he can! LeBron's Aizu, so it's the Eternal Bond gone. They have a Theta Blue Bolt's going to come out from Yeah We Larp in response. Damage boost being used to take out Isra. Croc with the pick. Can he get the Thor? Nope, Yayo's going to finish him off. And they're going to be able to cap this point very easily here. And Yeah We Larp dominated on this first point.
Okay. Yeah, just pause again, golden boot, and then you should be right on time.
Yeah.
No, it's like, not gonna lie, this is actually crazy right now, cause in the predictions, right, we thought Foxboy Maid Cafe was gonna pretty much take this, like kind of a 3-0, or maybe a 3. Right now we're seeing one thing. Here's the thing, that was just the first round of the map. It's not the end all be all, but that was pretty much a 99-0, wasn't it?
Yeah, and not to mention, Yeah We Larp, no deaths. No one died on Yeah We Larp.
Wait, really?
Nope. No one died.
Oh my
died on Yeah We Larp.
Oh my gosh.
Just a perfect perfection from Yeah We Larp, as we are going to be going into this next point. We do see an adjustment here from Foxboy. Aizu going over to the Invisible Woman, and Swaggalati on the Spider-Man. Probably just going to try and look for some cheeky environmentals here, as Spider-Man is relatively known for doing on this point here.
Yeah, on this
are going to see him walk up here. Ultimates are close to for both sides. Haresh gonna have this God of Thunder here, and Wilford gonna have another Hana Khonshu. The only two ultimates online for either side. They need. Foxboy needs to try and find some sort of pick. Wilford gonna get knocked out. Can he get? He's gonna be able to get out of his life. They're going to taking some pretty aggressive angles. Haresh going in very aggressive with this God of Thunder. Gonna take out Wilford as the first death on Yeah We Larp, but they're gonna take this first fight.
Actually, that trade alone was able to get them into that fight. I mean, Haresh sacrificing himself but getting that elimination at the same time, and the rest of his team following up right after him. Like, they had to force. For instance, we saw Wilford trying to get the off angle, trying to get that early ultimate, but no. It looked like Swag, Nalati, and Ice were able to force him off.
Yes, we are going to be coming back into this. Wilford did not use the Hana Khonshu in the last fight. They're going to be taking this high ground here, so try and get an angle potentially for Wilford and Croc to put some damage on, and then Wilford to try and find a Hana Khonshu ultimate just to potentially try and get a pick. FedEx gonna go down to the low ground, gonna walk right back up, and here comes the Ruby Rage from Croc. Is gonna take out a lot. Oh, that was from Trudeau. So, my bad. Swag's gonna get taken out, gonna get revived by that beacon from side B. Haresh going pretty aggressive here with the store. Gonna get forced down as he does call out him towards the Eye motor from Israel. Only gonna hit that X. Can they take off the Groot? Yes, they can. Trudeau takes him out. Wilford falls next. And it's just an opposite of what happened on first point right now. Yeah, We Larp was the one dominating. Now it's Foxboy Maid Cafe dominating. As they can't find any opportunities to go in here. Here goes the spectacular spin from Swagalati. Gonna pick up three. I guess you could say he's the amazing Spider-Man just popping off. Don't mess with the amazing friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Okay, so as you can see right here, the O rotation, it looks like not a lot of, like we saw Croc do his ultimate, but not a lot of it came through. But I think we're seeing better ult rotation on the side of Foxboy Maid Cafe. But hey,
wait, Israel's walled off.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Struggling person gonna be used. Hannah Cox gonna be used as a combo. They're gonna take out side this. All they're gonna get with it. This will boundary used by Honey Boba, but probably didn't need that. It just feels like a waste of an ultimate. Wilford killed 3. Right when that got flipped, they do flip it, but they're down a strategist ultimate. They probably didn't need there. They still have the Fate of both worlds from Duckies for Life coming up, but they need to play perfect here if they want to take this point and take the map.
Nah, I mean, Haresh actually already getting there pretty early, really setting up for another. I mean, he does have 80%, but he's gonna get that back line. He's trying to aggress with the supports. I'm gonna get out of there, just resituate. But no, Swilani can take it out instantly.
Yeah, he's going to get revived once again by side B. He's basically the one using up all these beacons right now from side B. Not something you really want happening. This will boundary going to be used as the way to get the team in. Haresh on this a very aggressive angle on the store. Same with Trudeau on the Cyclops on the side ground. They haven't. No one's looking at him. Amplifier is going to use combo with the God of Thunder. Not going to get any picks. Fixes some shielding, but and it's going to get taken out immediately. But Aizu is going to get taken out. Honey Boba's going to get traded. Donkeys takes out Haresh. Ivakamoto picks up 2, but can they get picked?
Oh my gosh! Yo, Truden is a. Oh no, Truden gets taken out.
Wait, Wilford's flipping this. They didn't flip this around. Wilford's picked up 2. He's gonna get taken out. It's just Yayo on the point. He's just gonna die on point, which he probably can't happen. They need to get a portal. But wait, they can't portal. Dr. Strange was banned. They're not gonna be able to touch. And Foxboy Maid Cafe is going to take the second point, and we're going to a round 3 on the map, on first map.
So definitely, we saw the power of Cyclops right there. There's a lot of times where, because of how this is like the situation we talked about with Moon Knight at the very beginning of the tournament, or midway, is that, you know, he's a C-tier character. For the fact of the matter is that because in, you know, group scenes or competitive scenes, you're going to be stacked on, like, as a player, right? Not a lot of people are going to be separating their own little thing. Well, with how it is right now, Cyclops is the same thing. The more stacked you are, the more you're going to run the damage because of Cyclops' ricochet.
Yeah, definitely. We do see adjustments here now from Yeah We Larp. Honey Boba, all for the Invisible Woman, going to match side beef on the Rocket. That X also going to go over to Captain America with Wilford on the Magic. So they're going to run a full dive, actually. Yayo.
Oh,
And Haresh also on the Captain America. Yayo also now on Venom. So full-on dive from Yeah We Larp, except for Croc and Duckies. But Duckies needs to be able to play her life well here, or she will get taken out. It's just not going to really be great peel for her into this. We do see FedEx currently eyeing. He probably is going to try and take out this beacon, but it's just going to break it. But Side's going to break it, reposition it, just so he doesn't get the cooldown. But Swag's going to get taken out first again, and I don't think the beacon's back up. He's not going to get revived. That's a good pick right there from Croc. And Yeah We Larp on the point now. Oh, the Vanguards are there trying to contest as long as they can. Haresh trying to take out the Rocket, but not going to be able to from Honey Boba. Just Rocket has really good mobility to get away from that Captain America. It's just Israel on the point, stalling for as long as he can, but how much longer can he? They do have Swag is back, is going to pick up Duckies. That's a strategist down. Is she going to get revived? Right now, not looking like it. The spectacular spin is going to pick up Honey Boba. Swag has picked up both strategists. Can he get a third on the Croc? No, Croc's going to eye him down. But I think it's too late, but Trudeau does trade him. Trudeau does take out Wilford, though. And I think Foxboy's just going to take this first point, and yes, they are. They're going to get the first capture on this third round.
Even though they did lose somebody at the very beginning, it's still got them going to the multiplayer a bit.
That should make a difference.
Yeah, definitely. Ultimates are online for both sides. Amplifiers online for both sides. Darkchild online for Wilford on his signature magic. Can he get the value he wants to get from this? That they need to find something here, potentially a combination as well with the amplifier. FedEx and Yayo are gonna have both of their Vanguard ultimates online. Here comes the amplifier from Boba, but trying to get the team in. Ruby Rage gonna be used, not gonna pick up anything, and it's gonna get taken out immediately. A side beast gonna go for his. Are they gonna take it out? But Paresh takes out Donkeys as the strategy's gone. The Donkeys get revived, not looking like it. The Beacon may have gotten taken out early in the fight. It's Wilford's not gonna fall. He's not gonna be able to use the Dark Child. And Foxboy Maid Cafe has just made incredible adjustments on this map after a pretty disastrous first round.
I think they were trying to get used to it, and also kind of Swag Melani's been a big advantage. He was forcing himself on Phoenix, but I feel like it's just more comfortable on a character like Spider-Man. So seeing him here and actually being effective with it. Yes, he's taking a lot of the beacons, but you know, he was able to stay in the fight really well.
Yeah, we just need to see something come out here from Yeah We Larp. They have five ultimates online. Tony Bowen now on the life off the Beacon. Side beast Beacon is gone from Wilford. That's a good thing to have rid of it early on. But the invisible boundary gonna be used along with both Vanguard ultimates from Yeah We Larp. Can they get value out of these? Answer is no. Wilford coming in with the Dark Shock. Can he get a pick? It's gonna get hit by the Iron He's gonna get immediately. What an incredible ultimate by Israel. Ruby Rage not going to pick up anything. Paresh now going for the freedom charge of his own just to keep the team alive. And I think this may just do it. Yeah, We Larp can't get any picks, but Donkey's Falls gets knocked into the team. It's knocked into Foxboy. And I think this may just do it. It's just Trudeau trying to stall at the point. Israel, Swag, and Trudeau are all going to take it. They're all going to get picks. Overtime is now active, but I don't think it's going to matter. They can't portal. Fez Dr. Shirts is and they get touches. Wilford's on it. Can he stall for a bit longer? Answer is no. And Foxboy Maid Cafe comes back and takes map 1.
So like yeah, that first round of the map, it was pretty scary. I'm like, well, okay, nobody died. It was pretty much just like, oh man. But like, not gonna lie, really good on both sides right there. Yeah. So in the factor that even without looking at the stats, right? The stats alone were able to show that even though that first round was pretty detrimental, they came back and they said, hey guys, guess what? Reverse rounds. And they just 0 to 100 most of the map. And I'm like, wow, that's actually crazy.
Yeah, just incredible from their just here. As once again, keep in mind, Foxboy Maid Cafe could not get a single elimination on that first round, and they come back and win. Trudeau just also showing how strong Cyclops can be here with how much he was able to get done on the new hero. Think we're gonna take a short.
Yeah, Trun did really good. For subbing in, getting the new character, Cyclops did really good, but no, like you said, we're going to get into an intermission right quick. We're going to let everybody have a little bit of a breather after that first round. But no, we'll be right back as soon as we get to everything started.
So we're live.
No, that's good. That's fine. It's fine. All right, we are back, and Foxboy Maid Cafe taking the first W. At first, the round was looking a little scary for them. But it looks like we're going to be seeing a little bit of a difference of what's going on. And now, Yeah We Larp gets the option of choice, what they want to run, who they want to run, and what convoy map they're going to be on. So, it's all an expectation of what to work with.
Yeah, we do need to see some adjustments here from Yeah We Larp. Foxboy Maid Cafe, incredible changes, incredible adjustments to how they played and the compositions they wanted to do on that first map. To just come back and take the second 2 point and on that map and just come back out with the win there. Keep it here, as it did not look like they were going to win that first map after that first round, and they just came back and basically kind of made me eat my words a little bit. But but now it's time for Yeah We Larp to make adjustments. They try to make adjustments on that third point. Couldn't really get much out of them, but they need to make something here if they want to tie this series back up and not get dropped and not be one step closer to going down to the losers bracket. Both sides are gonna still ban Gambit even after the nerfs, which for those who don't know, his ultimate Rage and Royal Flush, the damage boost has been reduced to 20% and the speed boost to 30%. As Cyclops gonna be the first save for Foxboy Maid Cafe. They want to keep Trudeau on that hero. or as he put up a pretty good performance on him. And what is Yeah We Larp gonna do here? Do we see any adjustments in their first bans? Are we gonna see him potentially ban out Luna or something else? Nope, it's gonna be Venom here. So they don't want to let Swagnolotti play his signature hero,
No.
as they are gonna be going into their first save.
They know that the backline is kind of going to get aggressed by Swagnolotti constantly, so getting rid of that option is already a thing. And yes, he could switch to Spider-Man to have the somewhat same effectiveness, but he can get eliminated way easier.
Yeah, we are going to be going into the next bans for these two teams. Cloak and Dagger once again for Foxboy Maid Cafe. They want to keep Honey Boba off of her best hero,
Especially with that new buff.
Yeah.
It's a readjustment, but I think it's more of a buff than an actual nerf.
Yeah, well, it technically was a buff which for those who don't know what the buffs were, she does more AoE healing with her primary fire, and her healing cloak gives a higher healing boost. So instead of a 50% healing boost, you get a 20% healing boost if you're hit by it. And Groot's going to be the next second ban for Foxboy Maid Cafe. So honestly, big of a FedEx played Groot. I forgot.
The reason
Doctor Strange.
why I think also that makes sense to say Doctor Strange. I think that they're going to need that portal, and without that portal, they were kind of forced off a lot of things. But we're gonna ban the Phoenix as well. Do you think we might see Rocket be played by Foxboy Maid Cafe here?
Yeah, I definitely think they will, especially if Phoenix is gone. If they don't save it here, I feel like that has to be the ban for Yeah We Larp. Sidebeef was getting good value out of that Rocket, and yet it is going to be the save, because
that's good.
Rocket is. Hey, I said at the beginning, Rocket is looking to be potentially a Gambit is banned. Rocket's probably one of a top 3 strategists in the game if Gambit is gone, and especially if you're able to ban out Phoenix. Next, that character is able to get so much value done, and it's going to be Phoenix for the final ban.
No Phoenix happen.
So no Phoenix and no Gambit for either side.
I'm almost surprised that we're look, if they're really scared a bunch about Dive, dedicating 2 bans to Swagnolotti really kind of is it's not the best idea, but if they keep on going like this, that could possibly be like a situation. But no, Trutton's putting some work a lot. Like, we're talking, he is constantly hitting his ultimates with the Optic Blast, or the, what is it called? The Ruby. Like, what's the ultimate called again? Ruby Rage?
The ultimate Ruby Rage, that's the name of the ultimate.
Yeah, so basically, he's able to hit that Ruby Rage a lot, comparative to Croc. Maybe Trun has had more time, or maybe Croc is just not having a lot of success right now. But he's constantly hitting that. But no, we're gonna see a Rogue. See, remember, like I said earlier, the Rogue changes made her a little bit better, and honestly, her baseline makes to where she might be playable without Gambit. So maybe her C tier allegations go down to a B tier, or go up to a B tier. I don't know. We should make this match.
Yeah, well, let's find out here. Foxboy Maid Cafe gonna be running a lot of the same stuff they had, except Izu's gonna be on the White Fox here. Here, same with Honey Boba, so White Fox available for both sides. Potentially just try to slow down the dive of Swagnolotti and Koresh on this back line, and give Duckies that team up as well to just have a second option for to charm the enemy. Yayo currently holding the cart by himself, taking a bit of damage, needs to be helped out here, as we do see Swagnolotti go into the back line. He's not going to get a pick, has to swing out, get some healing. There's a first pick. Honey Boba falls to Haresh, just the White Fox gone. The dive is going to have so much more free reign. Yayo falls, but Wilbur does trade for Swag, but Ducky falls as well. It's a 3v5 right now, but now it's okay.
Izu with the W burst. So like. Okay, I want you to realize the comp that they're going with, Haresh on the Captain America, Swagnolotti on the Spider-Man. This is probably one of the better dive comps to run into, because you have Captain America constantly, taking attention off of Spider-Man, and then Spider-Man getting those final eliminations off of Captain America. Really good comp to run into.
Yeah, we are going to be. We've seen them try to. They need a touch here. We do see adjustments. Wilfred on Namor and FedEx on the Angela. Potentially just try and get some other picks and just get a kidnap. But they need to hold this point if they don't. They won't let him cap. But there's a pick he wants. Swagalati goes down to Croc. Croc trying to beat down this Captain America. Swag is going to get revived by the beacon of side beef. So it's stacked to a 6v6. But can they get another kill to bring that back to an even on side in their favor? It is Roth the Ivan Gold. Going to hit both strategists. They're going to get both taken out. Croc's going to take out Swag, but it's not going to be enough as Foxboy Maid Cafe is going to cap this first point, and they're going to have a little under their 5 minutes to cap point B now.
Yeah, no, that is actually insane right there. That strange ult. I mean, Aizu is competing with C4 in those strange ults right now, constantly hitting those ultimates. But here's the thing, we haven't seen C4 play it just yet. That's for like a later time. But no, I mean, Haresh is fighting Lonnie aggressive in the backline consistently. I think that's going to be the main reason why they win is because that constant oppression.
Yeah, we are going to see an adjustment here from FedEx. Off of Angela over to Emma Frost. Ruby Rage going to be used. Oh, and Trudeau picks up two. And a smoke shot just going.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God. Trudeau just ending the fight before it even begins with the Ruby Rage. They can't slow this guy down on Cyclops.
Thanks for the boost. This is a big job for a little robot.
All right.
But Herbie's
No,
up to the task.
not gonna lie, Truden is constantly showing, like, though he is a sub right now, he is a really good Cyclops player. I mean, he's able to take off those on-angles and force them into situations. For instance, I think Midtown is probably one of Cyclops' best maps, even though, you know, he just came out.
Yeah, good question. Oh, here comes the fight. Yeah, we Larp. Ultimate's coming up from Ivor's side amplifiers. Spectacular spin. Meteor Red, Beta both worlds. Swagalati's going to get taken out, but Wilfred's going to follow as well. He did go for the Horn of Proteus and wasn't able to get any value with it, but Croc's going to fall to Isra. This boundary not going to be used by Aizu, as Haresh is going to pick up two, and they're going to cap this point, and they're just been steamrolling. They can't find anything.
They're right, every single point they capture, they were right below 5 minutes. They're able to show, like, the power they have right now with the combination of dive, but also Trun on the Cyclops. I mean, he's hitting 19 eliminations and 7 final hits. I mean, overall, this guy's crazy.
Yeah, keep in mind, only one person has died on Foxboy Maid Cafe, and it was Swagnolati.
Oh, yeah,
4 final hits on Yeah We Larp, all on Swagnolati. Sonic Seduction now can be used by FedEx. Gonna get bubbled up here to try to keep him alive. Can they get some picks? There goes a pick. Wilfred takes out Haresh, but gonna get revived for the beacon, and they do have an uphill fight now as Croc falls first, as they need a Haresh going back into the backline here, does have this freedom charge, potentially needs to keep himself alive. Kumiko now going to be used by Honey Boba. Oh my God, it hits 4!
Oh, big, come on,
Isra coming up. Isra is just incredible with these eyes of Agamotto. Always hitting people, getting value, and Foxboy Maid Cafe are just going to keep pushing this up. Haresh with 2 more picks of his own. And now you have
as much as I thought he was going to be doing this match. He's constantly getting ounce Cyclops by Trutton right now.
Yeah, we do have ultimates online for both sides. Trudeau coming in with another Ruby Rage, going to take out Honey Boba. Croc to tip up. Both strategies are dead first again for Yeah We Larp. Trudeau is going to get revived, so it's a 6v4 right now. But there's just no sustainability as the back line of Yeah We Larp is just falling over like dominoes every fight.
That is probably, even though, yes, it's a new character, not many people know how to play against him, but Trutton is completely dominating on Cyclops right now. I mean, yeah, the thing is, Trutton is either able to take out supports instantly with his ultimate, because his ultimate is one of the faster duelist ultimates, or Swagnolati and Haresh are able to get that dive in. But I don't want to forget about this. Aizu constantly hitting those strange ults. I think he hasn't missed a strange ult just yet. So I think at the very beginning he did on the very first map, but I think overall he's been pretty consistent.
Yeah, we are going to see some adjustments here from Yeah We Larp. FedEx back to Angela. Yayo on the thing. Wilf and Honey Boba back on the White Fox, and Wilfred going over to Blade.
That's a joke.
Blade?
No.
No, he's good. No, he would. No, I know. He would definitely play Blade. He would definitely try to play Blade. And
No,
I think
even
with the Blade, I know Blade recently got buffed. I'm not a Blade player, so I don't know how strong those buffs are he got. But we are actually going to see Wilfred on Hela, so they're going to run this Hela Namor team up FedEx over on X, gonna go over to the Devil Dinosaur. Foxboy Maid Cafe just gonna run the same composition as. Keep in mind, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They are gonna be walking up here. Oh, would have to pick you one immediately. Croc takes out Swag. Swag is gonna get revived though. So the beacon is already gone, so that's good. But Haresh gonna get taken out immediately, just gonna get chopped up and anti-ed by Croc and FedEx. So they're not gonna be able to just walk up here, take some space, and just running full-on anti-dive to just keep him off. And Swag and Shooter are going to fall. This is potentially what they needed to make the adjustments here. As Haresh is off of Captain America, onto Emma Frost, and Swag Nalati off of the Spider-Man, onto the Moon Knight.
Honestly, I think this is also like really hard Strange counter as well. You have two of the best characters to play into Strange. You have Bing and Dino. So a lot of the pressure they had before has to get switched up, and that's what we're seeing with Swag Nalati switching off into Moon Knight.
Yeah, so we are going to see him walk up here, potentially final fight territory if they want to hold this point here. Here, so are walking up. Veilstrom going to put some respectable damage on. Yayo gets low. Ultimates are not alive for our team, but that's a pick. That's the first pick. Croc goes down. There's no rocket on the side of Yeah We Larp, so they can't get the revive. Wilford falls next. And Foxboy Maid Cafe is just gonna hold him off here as Trudeau picks up a nice 3K for himself. As ultimates are now coming online for both sides.
I think it was a really good switch from Spider Nalati to and also Haresh to switch up. I mean, they saw sorry. Haresh is saying like, yo, why y'all switching? But no, I mean, it just makes sense considering that a lot of that damage they had is now getting forced off, and it looks like it's gonna be a switch battle. We have
on Wilford falls first to Swag Nalati. That's not something you want happening. Him getting taken out before the fight really starts. They're still trying to fight this. But they're gonna go in with the Kumiko from Honey Boba with the amplifier and Ivan's gonna get frozen out of it!
No!
That's big, but Trudeau's gonna take it out, gonna get revived. The amplifier is still up, they're not gonna be able to break it. And FedEx gets shit back to spawn by Haresh. It's just getting the better of the Emma Frost mirror. They do have, Yeah We Larp now has ultimates online. They need to come up with these as Wilford, as Croc with the Ruby Rage. Duckies has the fate of both worlds, but they gotta go into 4 ultimates, potentially 5 from Foxboy Maid Cafe, as they haven't used anything outside of the amplifier and Israel getting frozen out of the Eye of Agamotto. As they are going to be trying to walk back into this. FedEx trying to put some pressure on this backline.
I think
here comes the Ruby Rage, not going to get any picks this time. But the Ruby Rage from both sides actually not going to pick up any kills. Visible Boundary and Fate of both worlds are used from either side to try and stabilize. FedEx trying to take out this rocket. Ivankamoto not going to be used by Yayo, not going to pick up anything. Actually takes up Swag and he's going to take it up, but they trade for Croc. Swag's probably going to get revived here. Yes, he does. But his Hanakachi takes out Yayo. Clockshot's gonna get used by Wilbur, picks up both Vanguards. Can they finish him off? Yes, they can. They take out Haresh. They need to take out Israel here. They need to walk up and take some more space. FedEx going pretty aggressive here with this Emma. Ivankamoto gonna be used. Oh my god, he gets stunned out of it again!
No, not again!
This grabs him, and that's big. This is what you want to see. They need to take Swag Nalati off at this point. He's gonna be able to get out of his life. You can't let that happen. He should have died. And Honey Boba's gonna now get taken out by Trudeau. It's only the Luna Stowe to keep the team alive. And Honey Boba going down is not something you want to happen, especially with how close she is to that Kumiko. FedEx needs to come up big with the Psionic Seduction to try and stabilize. Here comes the Amplifier and Psionic Seduction combo. It's probably just going to clean up, and yes, it is. 3 kills down. And Yeah We Larp has just not been able to push this point.
No.
They're so close yet so far. 15 seconds left. They need to touch. Yayo has this portal. Croc's gonna get staggered here. That is not something you want happening. Can Yayo get the portal off? He's looking for it. He's got it off. They need a touch. Wilford's now on the magic. Just to have a bit more of a brawling presence to try and hit on this backline here. Ruby Rage gonna be used. Not even anything. Wilford takes out Cybers. The rocket gone. Swag Nalati falls. Trudeau falls. Wilford's picked up 2 on this magic swap. Can he get more? Wilford with 3. Wilford's clutching up for his team. 4. The magic swap puts up numbers immediately, and he's just gonna dance on their grades as they cap the point.
Portal and the magic plus Emma was able to save them really well right there. I mean, we're talking that the oppressive force that Foxboy Maid Cafe was having was pretty much shutting them up. Isra getting canceled 2 times. They are starting to predict what he's going to do and how he's going to do it. So be able to get that grab with him, able to get that freeze with Luna. That would have been a lot of canceled out all the time.
Yeah, Israel about to have the Eye of Akamoto again. Is he going to get canceled out of it for a third time in a row? He has not been able to use these ults. Here goes the Hana Conchu from Swagnolati onto the backline. Not going to pick up anything. And Yayo trying to poke him out. Almost gets him half, but he's going to get healed back up as they're going to be walking into. Svedex gets low, has to get the diamond, use the diamond form early, just to keep himself alive. Yayo trying to go as aggressive as he can here without feeding, as they are going to be walking up here. Wilford going into the back line, trying to take out Swag a lot, but Croc's going to beam him down. Dark Shot now used by Wilford as Israel and Swag are fall. Croc's going to get traded, but Swag is going to revive. But Wilford takes out side B as the rocket gone. He's going to take it out. As they're now going to be able to walk up here as Haresh falls and Foxboy Maid Cafe. They not able to keep this cart, stop this cart, as they are going to keep pushing. But however, if Yeah We Larp does map, you complete the map. Foxboy is going to have the time advantage as Yeah We Larp's only going to get a minute and a half if left in the bank. And here comes Israel. Is he looking for another Eye of Akamoto?
No, he's getting double charmed.
Ruby Rage actually going to help take out Trudeau. Fatal Portal is going to be used by Ducks for life. Trudeau is going to get revived though by this rocket. Okay, as they're trying to get solo, here comes the Eye of Akamoto. He gets stunned out of it again!
Oh, and he gets
stunned out of it 3 times in 1 round!
So
Yayo's gonna pick him off with the Maelstrom. And here comes the Amplifier from side B, so potentially Trifles. Ruby Rage gonna get used. Oh, he picks up 2! The combo is big! And there is side B and Trudeau are gonna potentially flip this around, but Croc's taking out Swaglolati. Wilford is still alive. It's just him to try and get these picks. Can he pick up this Invisible Woman? Yes, he can! Wilford's trying to pick up more. He's got a 2! Wilford putting the team on his back. He's got a 3, but the Vanguards are back. I don't think he can do much against him, but can he? He needs to try and get another pick. Haresh is so low. Can he finish off the Captain America? He can't. Wilford is still alive. It's 4. Wilford they can't take out this guy.
Himself out.
5. Wilford
wants more.
He's still on this point. Call him Elton John the way he's still standing. He's still going. He sees the beacon. He's going to be able to take out the beacon. He has the Dark Child online. Robo's coming with the Kumika. Here he comes, the Dark Child. Can he get a pick onto the back line? He's looking for the rocket. Can he pick him off? No, he's so low. Can they finish him off? Yayo and Thanax are going to take out Harshan, and they do it. Wilford is putting the team on his back with this magic, and they can't kill him at all. He took on a 1-4-1.
Wilford, where was this? What happened? What was the all of a sudden change to magic? Look, all I'm saying is that's some crazy magic gameplay, and also good job on Duckies and Honeybow with keeping him up, constantly getting those counters on that strange. And
he has Israel's now the Emma Frost. He said, you know what? I'm not gonna let my ult get canceled again. But we do have adjustments here. Trudeau now on Star-Lord off of the cycle. Spectacular Spin's gonna take out Crockett. They're gonna trade for a duelist for a duelist. Not in the reach of the revive beacon. Haresh in the backline trying to take out Honeybow and Duckies, but Honeybow takes out Swag. Swag seduction now used by FedEx. Forcing Israel into them. Can they pick up this kill on this Emma Frost? This Captain America and Spider-Man are still in the backline. Swag is 1 HP and they can't finish him off. If Haresh is trying to get back to his team, he's about half HP. Can he stay alive? Damage coming out from both sides. Can they get picks? Trudeau does have the Galactic Legend. That's a pick. Yayo falls. Swag is traded, but that's a good trade for Foxboy. It's a duelist for a Vanguard. Here comes the Galactic Legend. 2 are down. Fatal Force goes a bit too late. It's also comboed with this Amplifier. Not gonna put so much damage. And Donkeys takes him out pretty all.
They're actually going to take through.
Put up some more magic. No shit on the magic. No, he can't. He's dead. Yayo does come back with the portal. He's going for the Eye of Akamoto. Gets cut, but he is going to get it off. But only hits on Trudeau. Can he get a pick? The answer is no. Honey Bubba falls. It's a charge. It's gone. You don't want that happening. Yeah, but Aizu is taken out by FedEx. Ducky's still alive, but not for much longer. Can Wilford pull out the magic? With magic again, does have the Dark Child on the line. Look, but he's already picked, taking off Israel. Dark Child comes out now, trying to get a pick. Can he get a pick? FedEx falls. No, he needs to stay on this point, but the Freedom Charge may not be enough. And yet, Wilford falls. The magic is not going to pull off any magic this time, as Foxboy Maid Cafe is potentially going to be going up 2-0 in the series. Yep, Crow falls.
They are? Yep, they are. No. So a present from Foxboy Maid Cafe, but we gotta mention how crazy Wilford did on that magic, going 29 eliminations in 19 finals. He was literally carrying the team that time around. What is it? Of course, we saw it. They kept getting aggressively pushed forward, and then they're like, yeah, what if I just do a little brawl? And oh my gosh, we saw the little bit of brawl he put into work. But gotta mention Trutton again doing some crazy work alongside that. But we saw Israel was trying to hit those strange ultimates, strange ultimates going crazy, and all of a sudden they adapted and they kept on canceling ult after ult after ult. So having that switch to Emma made a lot of sense,
Yeah, just
especially
one.
after getting canceled so many times.
Yeah, just also one thing, just one team comp choice I do think that has helped the Foxboy a lot as well is the Rocket. Is the Rocket pick? Yeah, we LARP opting to just primarily play the Luna Snow and the White Fox, but we see how much value this Rocket gets from side beef on Foxboy Maid Cafe. The Rocket just able to constantly get someone back into the fight. Someone goes down, they get revived right back to 6v6, and the amplifier just helping out get so much. And you see it comboed with some of these ultimates like the Galactic Legend in that final fight, just allowing Trudeau to just immediately take out Duckies in the fate of both worlds, which usually you can't do. But with a rocket amplifier, it's a 40% damage boost. You're able to kill some supports out of their ultimates. They're showing how strong that Galactic Legend ultimate is, comboed with some sort of damage amp ultimate, like the fate of both worlds, the amplifier, or the Rage and Royal Flush. Ish. And I think it's an adjustment that Yeah We LARP needs to do. They either need to play the Rocket themselves, or they need to ban it for Foxboy Maid Cafe as once again side B's just getting too much value out of those ultimates and the beacons.
Yeah, no, but after seeing how an impressive force that Foxboy Maid Cafe is being right now, and the constant switches that was battling in between, um, I think we're gonna see a very like the predictions of Foxboy Maid Cafe being 3